Hi, I'm Rich Munson from the site Tensoku Ryu. In this video we'll introduce the Pinan Yondan Kata. This kata is a little bit more complex than the first three versions of this form. It's not terribly insurmountable though, it's a fairly straightforward form. You'll find that it has a little bit more simultaneous movement in the form and the angles across the floor are a little bit different. But other than that, it's not a terribly complex form. We'll do the form two times. The first time I'll provide a fair amount of explanation and discussion about the angles, the stances, and the movements of the hands. And then the second time I'll do the form a little more fluidly with more continuous fluid motion throughout. I'll shoot the two videos from two different angles so that between the two you should be able to see every movement in the kata pretty clearly. So here's our first performance of Pinan Yondan. We'll start with the opening salutation. Feet come together, we set our hands in chamber position against the right ribs. Look to angle 3. We're going to step to angle 3 into Nagawashi Dachi. As we do that, we throw an age uke and a left shuto towards angle 3. Both hands are open. Look to angle 1, pull into a temporary yoi, set our hands on our left side, chamber our hands against the left ribs. Now we're going to do the same thing to angle 4, age uke and shuto. Feet come together, we're going to step forward with the left leg in the Zenkutsu Dachi, and we're going to deliver Chudan Juji Uke. So this is probably a block for a kick or something. Hands are closed. Step forward into Zenkutsu Dachi with Morite Chudan, Morite Ura Chudan Uke, so a reinforced outward block. Feet come together, we chamber our hands again on the right side. We look to angle 3, deliver concurrent Yokogeri and Tetsui Uchi to angle 3. Left hand stays out, we step towards angle 8 and deliver an elbow into the extended left hand. Feet come together, chamber on the left ribs this time. Look to angle 4. Now we come with the hands up. Basically the same thing we did initially, age uke and shuto. These are just temporary. We're now going to rotate. The top hand becomes the bottom hand becomes the top hand, and we turn into Zenkutsu Dachi facing angle 1. Going to do a megeri. Step forward, clawing down, perhaps drawing somebody's guard down, perhaps striking to the eyes. Step into Juchi Dachi, and then Ura, Kenzuki, so an uppercut to probably the chin. Turn to angle 6 into Kokutsu Dachi as we deliver Kakiwake Uke, always fun to say. Going to turn and drive Chudan Uke as we set into Zenkutsu Dachi. From here we're going to deliver Megeri and Kenzuki to angle 6. Going to step forward into the Zenkutsu Dachi, right punch, left punch. Turn to the other side, same thing. Left, right. Step to angle 6, block with Morite Ura Chudan Uke and Zenkutsu Dachi. Do it on the other side, one last time. Slide forward, Kakiwake Uke again, pushing the hands down, coming up, grabbing the head, smashes the knees, or the singular knee, and shutos directed at angle 1. Feet come together, and that's it. Hello again. If you look at other martial arts styles and how they perform this form, you'll see some significant differences. That doesn't mean they're right, or that we're wrong, or the other way around. these are just stylistic differences. They do a form to emphasize certain aspects of their martial arts style, or maybe different bunkai than we do. And so it's perfectly reasonable that two different martial arts styles would perform this form somewhat differently. We encourage you, though, to look at how other martial arts styles perform this kata. You'll see some obvious differences right away, but then you may see some more subtle differences as you spend a little more time studying it. We think that's just a part of the learning process. It will behoove you to study other martial arts systems and how they perform forms. You'll derive a fair amount of insightful knowledge by doing that. And so we encourage you to look at how other styles do this form and any other form that is common across multiple styles. You'll learn a lot by doing that. And so please spend some time looking at other martial arts styles and how they do it. As you grow in the martial arts, you will probably find that you do this form differently in different stages of your martial arts career. So when you're a black belt, you'll do it differently than what you might do today. We want you to do that. We want you to grow and enhance your skills and the way you think about forms as you go along. So we encourage you to expand your horizons whenever you can and learn as much as you can from other styles. Well, back to the second performance of Pinan Yondan. In the earlier part of the form, Pinan Yondan uses chambered hand positions in several places. You notice that often the hands are in guard position rather than set throughout this form, and that's deliberate. As you become familiar with the form, feel free to place your hands in an effective guard position instead of using the chambered hands. Use a guard position whenever that seems practical and useful to you, and experiment with various hand positions over time. We won't fault you for using a guard position instead of a set position or a chambered hand positions in any ranking examination. Pinan Yondan has some difficult stance transitions. Spend the time and effort to master these. Likewise, some of the combination movements can be difficult to master, so take your time and work on the movements until they seem second nature. This is a fun and interesting kata. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks for watching.